Welcome back, guys. My name is Fernando Herrera, and today we're going to be talking about customer outreach, how you can get these big fish top dog customers for your new mobile tire shop. Now, I'll be honest with you, this might apply to other businesses, so definitely this video might be helpful in general if you just have a business and you're trying to get some new customers. This is part of my mobile tire shop series, so again, if you haven't seen the other videos, I'll leave them in the description below, so feel free to check them out first before watching this video. However, if you just want to start from here, definitely go ahead and continue watching this video. Also, before we start, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, so you never miss any sort of content, especially because we got more videos about this mobile van project coming up, and so that way you won't miss any of those videos. This strategy will mainly apply to those mobile tire shops. It could apply to any other sort of business as well. Like I said, I personally used most of these tips or strategies when I was working in a tire wholesaler distribution center. That's where I got most of my experience outside sales, as an outside salesperson. And it was obviously one of my best times. It was a blast. I had so much fun. I got to meet so many people. And so definitely I'm here to share those tips with you guys today. So again, if your business, like in this case, our mobile tire shop business needs dealerships, taxi car companies, fleet companies, these tips will be very helpful. So be sure to grab a notepad and write some good tips, because I'm going to be giving you some pretty good solid evidence that guarantees you customers. Now, just to show evidence that I do have some customers with me, I have signed up customers like Hertz, which I'll be putting a PO obviously blurred with all the info. And I have a check right here from one of my customers that, again, I'll blur as well, but you guys can see here that this amount right here is for $1,199, and it's from a dealership. So again, definitely I do have customers. I don't want you guys thinking that this guy's just making things up. Hopefully you'll find out by the quality of the content that I'll be sharing with you guys shortly. But before we even start on the big fish, I do want to start by saying don't focus too much on the big customers. Remember, it's like a healthy diet. You want to keep a balance in between your big customers and your small customers. Big customers are great. They create some sort of consistency, and really it's a continuous sort of flow of business. But small businesses also make a big portion of that. And so if you're focusing too much on big customers, you might actually be missing out on a lot of the smaller businesses that will help you when those big customers either leave your company or are simply taking too long to place an order. Also keep in mind that big customers take anywhere between 3 months to years to build and create, while small customers normally are able to get started with you buying or doing whatever sort of business with you in less than a week. But let's go ahead and start with the big businesses. That's the one I'm going to be focusing in, because that's the ones that pretty much everybody wants. And so I'll be explaining some things of what you need to do in order to get them. In order to get them, you need to understand how their process works. So in order for you to start with a Hertz, for example, normally big companies work like this. They have an accounting department. So first, you have to go and visit the person who's purchasing. Let's say in our case it's tires. So we go out to a company, we ask, hey, you know what, I'm looking for the person responsible for the purchasing of the tires. So you'll ask that person, you'll find that person, and then that person will either direct you to their manager or to a specific phone number or email or department that will say, okay, you have to set up your account with them first. This is the accounting department. The accounting department needs to add you as a vendor. Once the accounting department says, okay, Fernando's mobile tire shop is ready to go and they're good to go in terms of us having a relationship, what happens really is that whenever they buy from you, the accounting department will actually issue checks, and that's why they need to verify your business. And every business is different, but most of these big companies will ask you maybe for general liability insurance certificates, maybe just verify your address, all that sort of information. Once you're in their system, now it's time to go with that purchasing manager again, and then you want to go ahead and say, hey, you know what, we got the green light, you're ready to go. Now it's time to convince them to buy from you. So again, it sounds simple, but it's actually very complicated. Some accounting departments can take months to reply, and then some purchasing managers can actually take months or years to convince them to buy, simply because it's habits. This manager has been buying for so long through this specific vendor. You can't just come and tell them, hey, you know what, change everything you're doing, especially people are not very happy about change, and start buying with me. So you have to slowly gain that trust and gain that relationship. So for example, with me, Hertz, it took me 3 months to get into the system, in their accounting system, but it took me 11 months to convince the guy to start buying from me. So I did not get one single order until 11 months passed, until one guy, some other guy came and said, hey, I've seen you here a lot, like a lot of times. Who are you? I was like, I sell tires, I'm already in your system. And he was like, you know what, I'm actually that guy's manager. I'm gonna go ahead and help you out, and we're gonna start buying from you guys. And yep, the next day there were $3,000 worth of orders, and every single day for a certain amount of time they remained it that way. But again, it took me almost 14 months to get to that level. Now, the way you want to reach customers, it could be either online, but again, I personally preferred going out and visiting in-person businesses locally, especially if it's your mobile tire shop. Local visits will be the way to go. The way you want to dress is very important. You don't want to be dressing in a black tie suit and everything. You don't want to be too formal because you'll scare people away. They'll think you're an auditor. They'll think you're the shareholder. They'll think you're the owner and that you're going to fire them or something. But you want to dress also not too casual where they don't take you in consideration or they just don't take you that serious. I personally like business casual. I like to wear blue shirts. I don't like to wear solid colors. I like to wear, normal dress pants and leather shoes, to kind of match my outfit. And at least, trust me, they'll notice you the moment you come in, but you don't want to make or get too much attention. Just, kind of keep it low key. If you don't know how to dress business casual, simply go ahead and do a Google search and it'll give you a good idea of how to dress. The next thing I will recommend is plan your route. So again, it can be as easy as going to Google Sheets, Google Maps, putting the addresses on the Google Sheets, and then putting the order that you're going to be visiting. You don't want to just go out in your car and drive like crazy because you're not going to be visiting a lot of people and you're going to be very unorganized. So stick to a plan. Stick to a goal of how many businesses you want to actually visit. In my case, I actually recommend using Badger. It does cost money, but it saves you tons of time, and it's a good CRM entry level where you could keep some notes about your customers, names, so on and so forth. So now you get there, you're dressed up, you're ready to go. What are you going to do now? So what you're going to be doing is you're going to go and approach your customer, and you're going to tell them, hey, you know what? I'm a mobile tire shop, and I service other businesses around, and I want you guys to have me as an option. I know that you're also in the tire business, so how about you pick me or have me as an option? Here's my business card. I'll be visiting you guys, and honestly, it's just talking. What is it that you guys need? What are your struggles? You want to solve a problem for that customer. That's the best way. You want to just come in there trying to solve a problem or a headache that they have. Also, you don't want to get there saying you're going to be replacing their current vendor. You just want to be an option. You're happy to be just an alternative, the plan B, the backup. So that usually works very well because nobody likes to say no to someone saying, hey, I just want to be your backup when you're in trouble. Like, most people will say, okay, I like that, so let's get you going. I personally like to leave pens, stress balls, little gifts that will remind them of myself. I also like to buy donuts, probably not the first visit, but maybe if I see that this customer is a good lead and they just need a little push, I'll be buying some donuts, I'll be visiting. And again, those are my tips. I do buy all my stuff at discountmugs.com. This is not sponsored, but just sharing the source of where I get my stuff. Finally, the two ingredients you will need to make this work is persistence and consistency. Persistence, keep it going, don't get dismotivated. It's really hard, especially because, like I said, accounts like Hertz sometimes takes years to get. So again, if you remain consistent and if you remain persistent, trust me, you will get them. So again, I have spent hundreds, if not thousands of dollars in donuts for customers that, I just pay and buy, and pizza, and you gotta know where you want to pay those donuts or who you want to pay those donuts to, but eventually it pays off. Now, let me know in the comment section below, guys, do you have any tips on how you like to visit or approach customers? And if you don't, what are the biggest fears, or why are you not visiting customers right now? Again, I'm interested to find out what you guys think about this. I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to smash that like button. Subscribe for more videos. Again, we got more videos coming up next week, every Wednesday, about mobile tire shops. And so, let me know what you guys think. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.